Last year, Osama bin Laden issued this warning to the United States regarding the war in Iraq. He said, and I'll quote, "I would like to tell you that the war is for you or for us to win. If we win, it means your defeat and disgrace forever." Now let's think about this for a moment. Al-Qaeda knows what the stakes are, and it issued all of us a challenge. Now tell me, what message does it send if we're afraid to meet that challenge? What message are we sending to North Korea, Iran, Venezuela, and other enemies of freedom around the world? If we abandon Iraq, regional stability is going to be jeopardized. Iraq will become a fertile breeding ground for radical Islamic terrorists. And without a central government or other stabilizing force, Iraq's neighbors will be compelled to enter Iraq to protect their own interest. The consequences will be devastating and could easily lead to a regional war. If we abandon Iraq, the instability, coupled with the damning image of another American retreat, will embolden Iran and Islamic militants and endanger Israel. Iran's leaders and terrorist groups have made it clear their intentions to wipe Israel off the map. We would be leaving a staunch ally in the Middle East with nothing but chaos and instability separating them from their greatest enemy. If we abandon Iraq, those who seek weapons of mass destruction will know they have nothing to fear from a fearful America. Neither Al-Qaeda, North Korea, or Iran are going to give up their quest for the weapons of mass destruction. If they know that they're free to pursue these weapons, secure in the knowledge that America doesn't have the stomach to stop them, we will be leaving for our children and theirs a vastly more dangerous world. During the Cold War, we took some small comfort in the idea of mutually assured destruction, that the Soviet Union wouldn't attack us because we could retaliate with equal devastation. There's no such comfort in a world where terrorist gangs roam free. It is the nature of our enemy to fight us wherever and whenever they can. And whether it's in Asia, in Africa, or elsewhere, Al-Qaeda has supporters and sympathizers throughout the world. They have the ability to strike us at any time with their lethal force across the globe. Right now, we're fighting them in Iraq. The battlefield is the most visible part in the global war against these terrorists, but it is but one part. If we leave, they'll just follow us home. It's as simple as that. We cannot negotiate with them. We can't reason with them. Our one and only option is to defeat them. And this non-binding measure before us today will only embolden them. Now, it is important for this body to debate the important issues of our day. Last summer, the House held an extended debate on the war in Iraq and the global war on terror, which gave all members an opportunity to go on record. We worked closely with our colleagues on the other side of the aisle to draft the language of that resolution, and I believe that we had a productive debate. But what we're dealing with here today isn't even a resolution to debate the war itself. It's a non-binding resolution attacking a single strategy in the prosecution of a much larger war. Non-binding means non-leadership. It's not accountable, and I don't think it's the right message for our troops. This is a political charade lacking both the seriousness and the gravity of the issue that it's meant to represent. And as I said before, the question before us today isn't actually in this resolution. I think it's much more fundamental. The question is, do we have the resolve necessary to defeat our terrorist enemies? Will we stand and fight for the future of our kids and theirs? And as President Eisenhower once said, history does not long entrust the care of freedom to the weak or the timid. Does Congress have the fortitude to do what needs to be done? Our soldiers do. The men and women in our military are the greatest force for freedom that the world has ever known. They are brave, they are committed, and they can win this fight if we ask them to. I think the big question is, will we support them? My colleagues, the world is watching. The question is, how will we respond?